welcome back to Let's Talk News Now. I'm Rick Singer, and I have the pleasure of having with me probably one of the most charming, witty, and extremely quick-witted people I have ever met in my entire life. From Miracle Flights for Kids, Ann McGee. Ann, welcome so much. You are, you know something, when I came to your office, Elle and I were at your office, and we were so moved by the stories. We're going to get into that for just a moment. But, you know, and everybody around here in this room will really appreciate it. You were like on me, like, boom. It was like one joke after another.
You were easy.
Yeah, I can't even go there either.
You were easy.
By the way, first question, right out of the chute. You're going to be at our party tonight, correct?
Yes, definitely.
5 to 8 p.m. We're going to be down at the Queen Victoria Pub inside the Riviera. All right. We'll make sure that you have an absolutely great time. Lots of food, lots of entertainment. We're going to have a good time. Let me share the quick story with you and with our audience of how exactly I found out about you.
Okay.
I'm going down the road. I'm driving, and Ella all of a sudden pops up and points and goes, what's Miracle Flights for Kids? And I go, I don't know. But we looked it up that night, and I was overwhelmed by the amount of good works that you folks do, that we then had an appointment and come to your place and so on and so on. It was absolutely fantastic from top to bottom. So having said all that, share with people exactly what Miracle Flights for Kids does.
Well, we were founded here in Las Vegas. People don't realize that this is our home. This is where everything happens. It's right here in Las Vegas. And we were founded because we realized that there are thousands and thousands of known diseases, but your local pediatrician probably only knows about 200 of them. And if your child has a rare disease and they need to go see a specialist or get a second opinion, and their parents don't have the money to get them there, well, how are they going to get there? Are they you're just going to let them go? They've got to get to that specialist maybe 10 times, maybe who knows how many times. And we thought that that was a crime, that no child should go without treatment just because of money. And so we decided that we were going to go out and raise funding to actually give commercial airline tickets to families with sick children so that they could get the best of the best care from the brightest doctors that there are in the country.
You know, the way you talk about it right now is exactly the way you talked about it in your office. You become so hugely passionate about it and about these kids and their futures and everything else. And one of the other things that you and I also spoke about, there's like no limit. If they have to go 5 times, 10 times, 25 times, you cover them each and every time.
Whatever the doctor says. If the doctor says they have to go that many times, then we'll take them that many times.
And the other part of it is, and you're advocating also in many instances, second opinions.
Yes.
Because what happens is that maybe the initial physician says one thing, but somebody goes, well, maybe we should get a second opinion on that, and searching out for those folks.
I am advocating third opinions.
Really?
That's how often we see, you know, a child goes and they can't get the treatment they need. They take them for a second opinion. I am advocating third opinions. Because we see it every day in our office.
And you've been doing this for how many years now?
28.
28 years.
I know.
Congratulations. I mean, that is absolutely amazing. How many flights is that turning out to be per month?
Well, we're going on 73,000 and 33 million miles.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. You know, now you can tell why it's so easy to become engrossed in your story. Because what you do and the way you do it, and it's based right here in Las Vegas, but you've been out all over the world. I mean, let's be honest about it. This story has been told on Oprah Winfrey. You've been on Oprah. You've been on Montel. You've been on and this is, and you're so driven to make sure that this always happens for these kids.
Well, what can you think of anything in anybody's course of life that could be more horrible than losing a child? There is nothing more horrible than to lose a child. And so we're here to say, no, we're going to do everything we can to get that child better. No matter what it takes, we're going to get him to that doctor, that one doctor who's working on that disease, so that you can get the best treatment possible. And that's the vision.
Well, more than a vision. For 20-some-odd years, it's been a reality. Now, one of the other big misnomers is a lot of people feel as though that they are, I guess that the airlines will just give tickets. And the truth is that they really won't. I mean, and it's nothing against the airline industry. It's just, you know, the economy and everything else and that whole business. So the tickets actually do really have to be bought. And that's a big part of it. So fundraising is obviously a huge part of what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very, very big because I don't have to tell you, with the cost of gas going up and fuel going up, you know, those tickets are going up every day. We do have, just to correct you a little bit, we do have some airlines who do help us, but when we can't get those tickets, then we've got to pay for them. And with the economy the way it is, more families calling us for help, we really need to do some serious fundraising to get those kids help.
Yeah, and I understand that. And that was one of the things we were compelled by. I'm going to be taking a short break, and when we come back, we're going to have Dave Robbins with us from VegasNewsReview.com. And when we do that, we'll be back in just one moment. Don't go away.